We still do 7 NUFC Matters show a week for free. But if you want to help support NUFC Matters, then there are a few ways of doing it. Hit the like button on each live broadcast and video. This helps the channel grow. Hit the subscribe button and select the all notifications bell so you don't miss a single show. If you want to help us financially, then you can join the channel using this button with the membership starting at $1.99 a month. Or you can drop us a donation in the chat using a super sticker. We're also looking for sponsors. If you'd like your brand advertised on the flyers for the show and featured during the ad break, then email John at nufcmatters.com to arrange today.
Attack. It feels like I've been talking to myself again, but it's the only way you're ever gonna learn. You look back and it's all in the past. I'm dwelling on the thoughts I cannot say to you. If I don't say the words that make...
Good evening. Welcome along to the final episode of Toon, Teasers, the NUFC Matters quiz show, which will test your knowledge, but most importantly, test Stu's knowledge today. And this is for the trophy, the big trophy. We will make an announcement on the Amigos show on Friday and let you know who has won. But Stu, are you ready?
Not really, but here we go.
Well,
Slaughter.
Well, yeah, you are, mate, you are, but so is everybody else. As always, 3 rounds. There is a Newcastle United question round. There is a general football knowledge question round. And there is the infamous photograph round, where you get 5 ex-players who you've got to identify and 5 players, football players, as kids that you've got to identify. So always interesting to see people's answers to these various questions. Let's go with the Newcastle United round first. Let's get you warmed up, Stu. Question 1. 1 point for this one. Imre Varadi joined Newcastle United in 1981 for a fee of £125,000. From which club?
I think I know this. Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday is Stu's answer, and I'll, as always, mark the answer down that Stu's given and move on to the next question, which is question 2. How many players were used in the 1988-89 season, which led to relegation?
Do we get points for being close, or you got me bang on?
No, it's a lucky guess, this one. So I mean, you're looking for how many players used in the squad that season. Not going to give a point for either side, unfortunately. You've got to be on the money with this one.
Let's work this out, because there was injuries and they had to go through. I'm going to guess 23. 23.
Okay, mark that down and move on to question 3. In season 1990-91, what was Newcastle United's average home attendance to the nearest 1,000?
It was the second division, so 22,000.
22,000 is Stu's answer. Mark that down and move on to question 4. In season 91-92, Newcastle drew with Tranmere 6-6 and lost 7-6 on penalties. In which cup competition?
Zenith Data Systems.
Zenith Data Systems Cup is Stu's answer. And we'll move on to question 5. After which match did Kevin Keegan resign as manager in season 96-97?
Oh man.
Take your time. There's no clock on it.
I'm trying to work out when I know it was in the January, so I'm just trying to, or February, so I'm just trying to work out who would play because Cole had just left. Oh man, I should get this, but I'm going to guess Wimbledon.
Okay. Wimbledon is your answer. Okay, question 6. Who was Newcastle United's captain in season 96-97? Again, you can take your time. There's no clock on this quiz, so
it should have been Shearer, but he was injured, so Gary Speed.
Okay, Gary Speed is your answer. And question 7. In season 96-97, Newcastle beat Oldham 1-0 in round 2 of the League Cup, but were knocked out in round 3 by who?
The League Cup. Oh, dear me. So we're talking 33 years ago. Who did they get knocked out of? I was probably at the game as well. That's what makes it worse. I'm going to say Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea is your answer. As we move on to question 8. In season 99-2000, Newcastle opened with 3 straight defeats. Who did they pick up their first point against in game 4?
What season was that, Steve?
Season 1999-2000.
Is it not Sheffield?
That your final answer?
No.
Could be right. Could be wrong.
I'll stick with Sheffield.
Sheffield. Okay, question 9. In season 2000-2001, Newcastle were knocked out of the FA Cup and League Cup by 2 teams from the same city. Name the city.
Right. There's an obvious answer, isn't there?
There is, but it's whether you know it or can guess it.
Obvious answer is London, so I'll guess Manchester.
Manchester is your answer. I'll take that in as we come up. Last question of your Newcastle United. Question 10. In 1994, Newcastle United signed Mark Hottager for £520,000. But where did they sign him from?
The football club he was playing for, it was Swiss. He's Swiss.
I thought that was going to be your answer. The football club he was playing for.
Swiss. And I've got Newcastle Zamax sticking in my head, but I think they might have gotten from a German team, like Frankfurt or something. I'll stick with Newcastle Zamax. That's what I'll go with, the Swiss team.
Zamex.
Zamax.
Zamax.
Sorry, XAM.
Okay. That concludes your Newcastle United round as we'll move on to your general knowledge, your football general knowledge round. So, question 1. Which Argentinian club did Lionel Messi play for as a youth?
Wow. Boca Juniors.
Boca Juniors is your answer. I'll mark
Yes.
that down. And question 2. Which football club in 1993 became the first to win the FA Cup and League Cup in the same season?
93. Arsenal.
And Arsenal is your answer.
Where Morrow fell off the donkey's back, off Adam's back. I'm sure they beat Sheffield Wednesday in both of them. As a guess.
Okay, that's your answer registered. And we'll go on to question 3. Which Frenchman was the first foreign player to win the PFA Player of the Year award?
Instinct says straight away is Ginola, but I'm trying to think if there was one before him that was. I'll stick with Ginola.
Ginola is your answer. Question 4.
Yeah, go on. I was going to say Cantona, but I've said Ginola. Sorry.
You can change it if you want. That was I'm not a stickler on that. If you want to change it,
Never change your bets. I'll go Cantona.
so you're going Cantona. Okay, Cantona is your final answer. Question 4. Which club set a Premier League record for most goals scored in a match away from home when they beat Southampton 9-0?
Leicester.
Leicester City is your answer for that one. As we move on to question 5. What is the Dutch Super Cup also known as?
Yeah, me. No idea. Dutch Super Cup.
Daft guess?
You don't want to hear me daft guess, that's for sure.
You never know. It's always worth a guess.
No, I was going to say something stupid like the Heineken Bowl, but I know it's not. Dutch Super Cup. Nah, we'll just pass it. Could be here all night.
All right. Jaap Stam, question 6, managed which English club?
I thought it was 2. Reading.
Reading is your answer for that one. And for question 7, what is Newcastle United's mascot called?
Monty Magpie.
Question 8. Which nation won UEFA Euro 92 despite not initially qualifying?
I know this. 92. It was Denmark.
Denmark is your answer for that one.
I think it's because Yugoslavia got split up and they had to come into their place and end up winning it.
Okay. Don't get any extra points if that's right. Question 9. Which player holds the record for the most Premier League appearances with 653 games?
Right, if it's not Milner, I'm going to guess. I've got 3 or 4 in my head. Do I get half a point if I name the person?
Nah, definitely not.
Between David James, Gareth Barry, and James Milner. So I'm going to say Gareth Barry.
Gareth Barry is your answer for question 9. Okay, and question 10. Hearts and Hibs both play their home games in which Scottish city?
Edinburgh. Thank you for that point.
Edinburgh is Stu's answer for that as we draw a close on the general knowledge round. So, onto the picture round. I do enjoy this. So the first five pictures that you're going to see are of children who later became footballers. You just got to identify who they are.
Names here, by the way.
First one.
He played for Newcastle.
No, they didn't play for Newcastle. They could have. Well, some might have, but at the moment, this person didn't play for Newcastle. No. They're just footballers who the kids who went on to become footballers, professional footballers, well-known professional footballers.
Some strange reason I'm going to guess Sergio Aguero.
Okay, Aguero is your guess for picture 1. Next one.
So we're doing 5 that did and 5 that didn't play for Newcastle. I'm just going to work out who's who.
Yeah, the first 5 are just footballers who kids who went on to become footballers. The last 5 are players who played for Newcastle as they are now. You've just got to identify them.
I don't think I'll get any of these right. I'm going to guess that one, Patrick Kluivert.
Okay, you're going for Kluivert. It's always worth a guess in these.
Well, obviously not. But it is, I suppose. You never know. That's a footballer.
If you look at them closely, I know I've got the advantage, but sometimes if you look at them closely, you go, "Oh, hi." Well, you certainly do when I tell you who it is. But
not the advantage you've got; it's the answer you've got. But
yeah.
That one, I'm Kevin De Bruyne.
De Bruyne, okay. And the next one.
Is that top meant to put us off? I'm trying to think, so there'll be someone in there. I'm going to guess Joe Cole. Probably miles away, but I'll guess Joe Cole.
Joe Cole, okay. Jotted that down. Last one.
That has to be Steven Gerrard, doesn't it?
Your final answer?
It is, and if it's not, then it's Gerrard's twin brother. Surely to God, that's Steven Gerrard.
Okay, that rounds off the first 5. Here's your Newcastle players.
Oh, God. I should get that, actually. I keep getting drawn because I can see La Liga. La Liga. I can see it as well. Oh, man. I'll just have a stupid guess and say Luque, which I know it's not.
Okay. Luque is your answer for that one. Here's your next Newcastle, former Newcastle player.
Is that Givosh? Stefan Givosh.
Stefan Givosh, is that your final answer?
It's as good as I'm going to give you. It'll have to be.
Okay. Next man.
He played for Newcastle?
He played for Newcastle. Not when he was like that, I hasten to add.
Oh, I've tried squinting, that doesn't work. Yeah, mate, I'm going to embarrass myself with this. Right, who's that? Who is that? Ray Ranson, I guess.
Okay, I'll mark that down. Ray Ranson. And 2 more.
Oh, My mind's a blank. He's sent off, I'm sure of it. Oh, let me guess. I can. I'm sure. Did you? Oh, I can't ask you, can I?
No. You can give us an answer and I'll mark it down.
I'm sure he played for the Rangers as well. Oh, dear. No, I'll just guess Domi. But I don't think it is.
Okay. Domi is your answer for that one. Here's your last one.
Is that not McMartin, Zico?
Is that your answer?
Oh, I've met this person. Yeah, I'll just stick with that, Steve, just to get the pain over with.
Get the pain over with. Okay, McMartin is your answer for that one. And that concludes the quiz for Stu. So I do go through the answers with you, Stu. The totting up process will go on behind the scenes, and as I say, once your show and Mitch's show goes out, I'll announce on the Amigos after your episode who the winner is, and we will present the trophy to whoever wins it, with John Allen, who has kindly donated the trophy to the show. So we started with the Newcastle United round. We asked you, Imre Berardi. He joined Newcastle United in 1981 for a fee of £125,000. From which club? You said Sheffield Wednesday, but the answer was Everton.
Yeah, we sold to Sheffield. I even said that at the end.
He went to Sheffield Wednesday afterwards. You're quite right. Yeah. Question 2: how many players were used in the 1988-89 season, which led to relegation? It's always difficult trying to guess that. There's no way you can tot it all up. You underestimated by quite a way. You said 23. We actually played 35 players that season.
No wonder why they got relegated.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Question 3. In season 1990-91, what was Newcastle United's average home attendance to the nearest 1,000? You were out here and you overestimated, because that's what we tend to do. You said 22. You said 22,000. What would you have said?
I was going to say 18.5 initially.
Even lower.
Never.
16,879 was the average that season. Incredible, really, when you think about it. 1991. 1990-91, not a great season, and fans voted with their feet. Biggest attendance was for the FA Cup. The FA Cup certainly got people back through the turnstiles, but bad time for Newcastle in those days. Question 4. In season 91-92, Newcastle drew with Tranmere 6-6 and lost 7-6 on penalties in which cup competition? I was there. Great game, live on Sky as well, of course. And you were right. It was the Zenith Data Systems Cup. So a point for you there. Question 5. After which match did Kevin Keegan resign as manager in season 96-97? You gave this one a hell of a lot of thought. You couldn't quite remember. You went with Wimbledon as your answer, but it was actually after a 1-1 draw with Charlton in the FA Cup.
Man, not to worry.
Question 6. Who was Newcastle United's captain in season 96-97? Well, you were right about Shearer and etc., etc. You picked the wrong midfielder. You went for Gary Speed, but it was Rob Lee who was the captain that season. Question 7. In season 96-97, Newcastle beat Oldham 1-0 in the round 2 of the League Cup, but were knocked out in round 3 by who? You said you might have been there. It wasn't Chelsea. It was Middlesbrough away, and it was a 3-1 defeat. Question 8. In season 1999-2000, Newcastle opened with 3 straight defeats. Who did they pick up their first point against in the 4th game? That one was Wimbledon with a 3-3 draw. Wednesday.
They're Wimbledon fan. That's that. The Wimbledon end.
Yeah, it was a 3-3 draw.
First point was definitely was 3-3.
So question 9. In season 2000-2001, Newcastle were knocked out the FA Cup and League Cup by two teams from the same city. Can you name the city? Oh, you were so close at the end. You nearly said Birmingham.
Birmingham was.
But you went for Manchester. Birmingham knocked us out the League Cup 2-1. Aston Villa beat us 1-0 in the FA Cup replay. But Manchester wasn't the right answer. And question 10, ending your agony on this round anyway. Question 10, in 1994, Newcastle signed Mark Hotterjet for £520,000, but where from? Zamax was your answer. It was Sion that we signed him from.
FC Sion, yep.
Okay, on to the general knowledge. Did you get better in the general knowledge? We'll find out now. Question 1. What's that, Stu?
I don't think the cup's coming back to Bahrain.
Question 1. Which Argentinian club did Lionel Messi play for as a youth? You said Boca Juniors. The answer was Newell's Old Boys. Question 2. Which football club in 1993 became the first to win the FA Cup and League Cup in the same season? You said Arsenal. You were right. Arsenal. Well done. Question 3. You and ahed. You went for Ginola. You went for Cantona. Which Frenchman was the first foreign player to win the PFA Player of the Year award? Frenchman was the first foreign player to win the PFA Player of the Year award. You got lucky because you changed from Ginola. You went with Cantona, and Cantona was the answer. Question 4. Which club set a Premier League record for most goals scored in a match away from home when they beat Southampton 9-0? Fresh in everyone's memory this because of Newcastle's recent 8-0 win. Leicester City, you said Leicester City was the right answer. Question 5. You passed on. What is this Dutch Super Cup also known as? Always worth a guess this. Something daft is what I would have gone for, and this is daft. The Johan Cruyff Shield.
If you put thought in that, it would have made sense, wouldn't it?
Aye, exactly. Question 6. Yapstam managed which English club? Reading was the answer, and you said Reading. Another point for Stu. Question 7. What is Newcastle United's mascot called? You said Monty. The answer is Monty. Another point. Cooking on gas in this round. And question 8. Which nation won UEFA Euro 1992 despite not initially qualifying? You said Denmark. The answer was Denmark. Question 9. Which player holds the record for the most Premier League appearances with 653 games? Again, it shows that taking your time to answer a question when you've got a couple of answers that you could have given. Luck was on your side against you. Gareth Barry, you said. That was indeed the answer. And the last one, which was a bit of an easy one for you. Hearts and Hibs both play their home games in which Scottish city? You said Edinburgh, and the answer was indeed Edinburgh. Good round for you, that one. As we move on to the picture round.
None of this.
Okay, so the picture round. This guy isn't Aguero. It's Diego Costa. Picture 2. You went for Clivert. Got to look at Clivert, I've got to be honest. That is, in fact, Dele Alli.
Man.
And this one, this is hilarious. You went De Bruyne. It's another midfield maestro. Played for Chelsea.
Dennis Wise.
Gone into management.
I see the same size as well. Then.
Went into management. Been in management recently.
It's not Frank Lampard, is it?
Frank Lampard, it is.
Wow. You wonder what Frank, eh?
I know. This lad was wasn't cool. It was Jack Wilshere.
Jack Wilshere. Yeah, you can see that. Well, now you know it, you can see he's...
You can, can't you? And pat yourself on the back, of course. That is Steven Gerrard.
I got that one right at last.
Okay, this guy, you said Albert Luque. You were kicking yourself because you knew it wasn't Albert Luque. It's the guy with the dodgy finger, Stu.
Marcelino.
This guy you said was Stefan Givosh, World Cup winner Stefan Givosh. You were right to guess that. You and ahed with this guy. You eventually came up with Ray Ranson. And that's who it is.
It's in.
Lucky Ray.
Used to be my hero because everyone didn't like him, did they? This one,
You'll be kicking yourself over this.
I know it's not Toby because I watch him on beIN Sports.
Graham Souness bought him.
Yeah, from Rangers, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
a three-barreled name.
Is it? Oh, I was thinking of Boom Song initially, but it's not.
It is John Allen Boom Song. That's exactly who it is.
That's who I was thinking of as well.
Okay, the last one you had down is Mick Martin. This guy came on loan to us, a bit of a legend in Leeds.
Yeah, Peter Haddock.
No, Ian Baird.
Thank God it's not Peter Haddock because I've been on holiday with him.
Yeah, Peter Haddock's got the same haircut now, but that is Ian Baird. So, well done, Stu. The torture is over. We'll top that up and we'll be announcing this on the Amigos, who the winner is. The programs have been quite sporadic, but yours and Mitch are going to go out within a week of each other and we'll be announcing the winner on the Amigos. But for now, Stu, thanks for joining us and catch up with you soon, mate. Take care. A big thanks to all our sponsors, Skips and Bins, telephone 0800 25 45 25 3, email inquiries at skipsandbins.com, website www.skipsandbins.com, easy contract free and pay-as-you-go waste collection. A big thanks to Mr. Vicky's Sauces, handmade in Cumbria. You can order yours today by emailing info@mrvickies.co.uk or telephoning 01768 210 102. Or go to the website, mrvickies.co.uk. A big thanks as well to United Group Travel. They are a UK coach holiday firm based in Morpeth. For just £30 deposit, you can book a trip across the UK. There are no strangers on their buses, just friends you haven't met yet. They're taking bookings now for 2024 tours, and you can call them on 01670 632 460 or mobile 0791 666 4174 or 07957 141 654. Big thanks to Media Arts for all the help with the video side of things. And a big thanks as well to New Workwear. You can find them at newworkwear.com. Please subscribe to the channel. All you need to do is hit the subscribe button. It's free. Hit the thumb up under the video to like the video and click share to share to your other social media. We're also available as a podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast providers. If you want to help the channel financially, why not take out a one-off £25 membership? What do you get for your money? You get a scarf, you get a pen, you get a membership card, and a cup, and you get entry into the monthly draw. How do you do it? Go to NUFCmatters.com. If you've got a smartphone, put your smartphone over this QR code, and it will take you straight there. We also support the food bank on this channel. How do we do it? We do it virtually. NUFCfansfoodbank.co.uk is the website. If you want to make a virtual donation today, go to that website and you can top up what they collect at the food bank outside the ground. We always advertise events on this channel as well. If you've got an event to advertise which has got a Newcastle United theme, please let us know. An evening with Frank Clark and John Gibson takes place at the Irish Centre. Tickets are £15. NUFCmatters.com for your tickets. The Tyne Theatre and Opera House are holding an event with Keegan, Beardsley and Waddle, the class of 84, 25th of January 2024. And you can book now 0844 249 1000. That's 0844 249 1000. If you go to NUFCmatters.com as well, we've got a couple of raffles ongoing. The Alan Shearer signed ball raffle, £1 a ticket. And the Kieran Trippier picture, £1 a ticket for that as well. And once the tickets are sold, the draw will be done. We've also got some T-shirts, which you can buy. The latest one, the latest hot seller is this one. Geordie's on tour. I've never seen a Mackem in Milan T-shirt with all of our Champions League fixtures on the back. Get yourself to NUFCmatters.com. Buy one today. And don't forget the Northeast Brekkie Show, 7 till 9, Monday to Friday on toonradio.co.uk. You can also get us on DAB Radio, smart speakers, app, and online.